30 races are in the books, and 31 races are in the books, and 3 races are left to go. And this is the third to last race of the season. As we're here at Rockingham Raceway. As we're here today for the running of the AC Delco 400. As we're set for 59 laps of racing on this 1.017 mile racetrack. And here's the starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole, to no one's surprise, this being Rockingham, Kyle Matthews in the number 43 STP Pontiac, qualifying at 150 miles per hour for the pole. He's alongside Rob Evans in car number 55 in the Copenhagen Chevrolet. Row 2 sees Charles Sanford in car number 90. He's alongside number 4 William Brock. Third row is the man who won the last race on the Tour, the Mellow Yellow 500 at Charlotte. It is Matt Haas in car number 8, the Trap Rock Chevrolet. He's alongside Levi McIntyre in 17 at the wheel of his Chevrolet. Fourth row sees Jessica Shelton in car number 9, the Coors Melling Ford. She's flanked by car number 52, Seth Cole, the points leader coming into this race. Here he has a 177-point lead coming out of Charlotte, by the way. So he had his lead, he ballooned his lead after that race. Next row down has one of our in-car cameras. It's Matt McIntyre in a Piedmont Chevrolet car 44. He's flanked by car number 89 in the wheel of his Pontiac, James Sykes. So next row down has car 22, Dylan Poteet in 84. It is Zachary Fitzwater. Next row has our second in-car camera carried by Zach Rogers in the lead by Garrett Chevy, car 98. He's flanked by number 47, Zed Weinstein. Next row down, Stephen Cohen in car number 27, the old Milwaukee Pontiac. He's flanked by car number 3, Cole Deaver in the Wrangler Chevrolet. Next row down has Johnny Gardner in 66 and Keith Batson in 21. Next row has our third in-car camera carried by Dylan Young in the Red Roof Inns Buick. He's alongside Jesse Turner in car number 48 at the wheel of his Chevrolet. Next row down has car 71, Kev Shearer at the wheel of his Oldsmobile. He's alongside car number 1, Trent Dunham in his Chevrolet. Trent won the season at Texas. Kev is a winner 3 times so far this season. Next row down has a pair of Budweiser cars. Ryan George in number 12 and number 11, it is Zach Winkle. Next row down has Jay Jefferson 64 and number 33, Jacob Thibodeau. Next row down has Quentin Moore coming from way out back in car 26, the Food Country Chevrolet, or Food Country Buick, excuse me. Won a second stop at Richmond this season. He's alongside the man who won a second Talladega race this season. It's Daniel Bouchard in car number 14, the Gilmore Oldsmobile. Next row down has the Wilders Pontiac, car number 70 of Mitchell Collins, who won the first stop at Dover this season. And alongside of him will be car number 7. It is Mike Becker. Next row down has Kat Batson in 15 and number 97 is Laura Chung. Next row down has 16 Nathan Hudson and number 5 Phil Parker. Next row down after that would be Shay Derryman in car 0 and number 67 Chelsea Bowles. Next row down after that would be Joshua Osborne, 2-time winner this season, coming from way out back in car 28. He's alongside number 88 Aaron Macklin, who won the first Richmond's race this season. Next round after that is Jordan Anderson in 51 and number 41 Colton Schwartz, the Southern 500 champion. And starting shotgun field will be Travis Furnace in car 75, the Simon Eyes Car Wash Pontiac. So the field of 41 cars all set to go for racing here today on this track here at Richmond, or here at, where are we, Qualls? Here at Rockingham. As the field is awaiting the word to fire the engines for the AC Delco 400. Seth Cole, as we mentioned, has a 177-point lead coming out of the last race on the Tour at Charlotte. He hopes to extend that here, or at least maintain it here today at the Rock as here's the command to fire him up.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Commands begin to fire the engines as we get some racing here today. As the pace car leads him off on the pit road, he'll make that customary left turn. Yep, there it is. And he'll lead him off on the pit. He'll lead him off pit road, and here, and as he does so for the pace lap, we'll be back for the start right after this. Field rolling through turns number 3 and 4 here at Rockingham, North Carolina, as the AC Delco 400 is about to get underway. A Pontiac and a Chevy on the front row. In fact, the GM cars have 5 of the top 6 spots in qualifying, with Charles Sanford being a lone Ford in that bunch. As the green flag flies, the AC Delco 400 is underway here at Rockingham. Charles Sanford looks to the low side, trying to lead the first lap here. Matthews on the high side, Sanford on the low side as they come off turn number 4. And it's going to be Kyle Matthews leading lap number 1 here at Rockingham. Sanford second position. Third is Haas. Fourth is Shelton. And fifth is Seth Cole. Into turn number 3 they come here. Shelton dives to the low side. Matt Haas looking for third position now. In the meantime, Sanford goes low, trying to take the lead from Kyle Matthews. As they go into turn number 1, it's going to be Charles Sanford jumping out in front, and indeed it will be as the number 90 Ford goes to the top spot. Well, I should say this a little bit too late as we're under yellow for the first time here today. Pace car is already on the track here as cars having to get on the binders here to get things slowed down. And it appears to be the 33 car Jacob Thibodeau that spun. We'll talk about getting yourself in a sticky situation right there. Here, there were 4 wide off turn number 2, and that is a big no-no at the rock here. And instead, once they got off the wall, got into the 11 of Zach Winkle, and then right into the 33 of Jacob Thibodeau. Those 3 doing a little Ricky Craven, Kurt Busch, Darlington deal, and around goes the 30. I wonder why this one didn't turn out to be about a 10-car pileup the way things ended up being. Thibodeau tried to save it, but he got turned the other way, and then right into. He didn't hit the wall. I don't know why the yellow wasn't even thrown for this one, but Thibodeau drives away. No harm, no foul. Although I'm sure PO'd at the 47 and the 11 over that deal. Pace car sights are off as we are about to get set to go racing here. All 41 cars still running here. It's Kyle Matthews the leader. Second is Charles Sanford. Third is Matt Haas. Fourth is Jessica Shelton. Fifth is Seth Cole. Going to 6th is Matt McIntyre. 7th is Dylan Potee. 8th is Zach Rogers. 9th is Rob Evans. And Stephen Cullen runs in 10th position as the green flag flies back again. We're back underway here at Rockingham. William Brock on the high side here as he's stuck on the high side as he's getting freight trained by everybody on the outside, on the inside of the racetrack here. Jay Jefferson and Mitchell Collins trying to go by him as they go into turn number 1. You get freight train on a track like this, so good luck trying to find a bottom lane. Right now, Matt Haas goes to second position. Seth Cole up to third. Fourth is now Shelton. And now Charles Sanford and Matt McIntyre, the 2 cars put up to the kicked up to the high lane of the racetrack. On board with Matt McIntyre in car number 44. And sneaking up behind him in the 17 cars, the other McIntyre, Levi McIntyre in 17. He goes low, tries to get past Matt. That is for 10th position as those 2 traded. Cole Deaver about to get by him. Same with the 89 of James Sykes and the 71 of Kev Shearer. You look at Charles Sanford's car number 90, the Chameleon Ford, as he comes off turn number 2. Sanford's car is going to be number 03. It's going to be Vanilla Coat next season. And he'll be switching over to Chevrolet for season 29. And he's now trying to chase down Johnny Gardner in car number 66 in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. It's battle for 8th. Off the second turn they come right here as Seth Cole and Jessica Shelton now battle it out for position. That's for third. Rob Evans right there behind her. This is the best Rob Evans that's run this season, a number 55 Copenhagen Chevy. Stephen Cullen behind him in 27. So you got a couple surprises up in the top 10 spots here running with the leaders. As they come down the backstretch into turn number 3, Evans looks to the outside of Shelton's car. No dice, and Shelton stays to the low side, trying to get a run at Seth Cole off turn number 4. They're going to go toe-to-toe with each other. Shelton had the advantage at about the start-finish line. Actually, I should say Seth had the advantage, I should say, too. Excuse me. They were about dead even between those two cars there. But Jess takes third position away now in car number 9. Seth gets left to the high side. Shelton, you remember, had that dead last finish at Charlotte. The last race we brought to you on the tour and dropped her to 5th in the points. And she was not the least bit pleased over that run. Meantime, the battle for the lead going on between Kyle Matthews and Matt Haas. Haas looking for a second victory in a row. Matthews looking for his first win since the Daytona 500 way back in the first of the season. But yet Kyle sits right now third in the points chase coming into this event. So Kyle looking pretty strong here at this point, at this stage of the season. Into the third turn they come here as Haas looks to the low side, trying to gain what advantage he could as they come on turn number 4. So I'll give you the field rundown right now here. Matthews is your leader. Matt Haas is second. Darn pace car. Third is Jessica Shelton. Stephen Cullen running in 4th position right now. 5th is Rob Evans. 6th is Johnny Gardner in car 66. Charles Sandberg 7th. 8th is Levi McIntyre. 9th is Cole Deaver. 10th is Kev Shearer. 11th is Dylan Young. Little Wawa versus Sheets going on right there for 10th position right now. And right behind Young is Zachary Fitzwater in 84. He's in 12th. 13th right now is James Sykes. Keith Basson's 14th. 15th right now is Jay Jefferson. 16th is Seth Cole, the points leader coming into this race. 17th is William Brock. 18th is Quentin Moore. 19th is Dylan Poteet. 20th is Matt McIntyre. Jordan Anderson's 21st. 22nd is Nathan Hudson. Travis Furness coming from 41st all the way up to 23rd right now in the Simon Ives Pontiac. And we got somebody that's got problems there on the inside apron of the track. I'll see who it is. Oh, it's Charles Sanford, number 90. He's got problems, and he is stopped dead in the apron of the track. He's dead in the water. And Charles Sanford, who's yet to take a victory this season here, is sitting on pit road now. Oh, bad break for the number 90 Ford as he was running 7th when it all happened. Apparently his car obviously problems with the number 90 Ford as Sanford sits on pit road and as the crew tries to figure out what is the matter with that car. And that meantime held up Jesse Turner in the 48 car, and Turner is now the one running 40th, and he's in the same turn as the leaders right now. So the leaders so Turner may be looked at getting put a lap down right now. And Turner's car not running all that well right now here in that 48 car here, the James Hilton machine. And Kyle Matthews and Matt Haas are about ready to put him a lap down. And Matthews and Haas both holding him up, both getting held up by the 48 car. And that let Jessica Shelton and Stephen Cullen both hook up behind those front 2 cars. And now instead of a 2-car race for the lead, we now have a 6-car race for the lead now. As Rob Evans and Johnny Gardner join in on the fun. In the meantime, Shelton looks low for 2nd place on Matt Haas. Jess, a winner of 3 races this season, 2 of which became on road courses at Riverside and Sonoma. She also dominated the 2nd visit to Martinsville a couple races back. And won in that tremendous battle she had with the man running in the lead right now, Kyle Matthews. Through turns 3 and 4, turns 1 and 2 they go here. Both Kyle and Jess have won here at the Rock before. Stephen Cullen, meanwhile, the man in third position, he's never won in this series before, and he's got a pretty good card. He might challenge those front two for the lead if he can get a draft off of those two cards. In the meantime, Jessica Shelton going for the lead on Kyle Matthews here at the Rock. She dips slow in that number 9 car, and she'll go toe-to-toe with Kyle Matthews for the top spot. Into turn number 3, they come here. Matthews to the high side. Cullen also on the high side. Jess dips low. She'll take the lead from Kyle Matthews. And she brings Rob Evans with her. Evans to second place now in the number 55 Copenhagen Chevy. That's the Benny Parsons paint scheme he's driving. All these cars, 1984 model years. Zachary Fitzwater running 7th position. James Sykes is in 8th. 9th is Batson. 10th is now Cole Deaver. Checking on our points leader, Seth Cole. Where's he running at right now? And turns out it's total disaster for Seth Cole right now. He's 38th right now in the field. And right now, Seth at this point, at this stage of the race, is watching this 177-point lead just dwindle to nothing right now. And the most you can gain in races, I think, to my calculations, the most you can gain in races now is maybe 140, a little over 140 points. So Seth, if he finishes well down the bottom of the field right there, and Shelton, who's leading this race right now, goes on to win this race, along with Matthews, it may breathe hope into new hope for the points contenders from second on back. And we may have one heck of a shootout at Phoenix and Atlanta, both for the championship. But we still have 29 laps from the finish right now, so we're past halfway. There'll be 30 in the books and 29 laps remaining here at Rockingham this time by. It's Shelton, Evans, Matthews, Gardner, and a battle for 5th between Matt Haas and Stephen Cullen. That's side by side between those two cars here. Cullen in 27, Haas in 8, Chevy on the outside, Pontiac on the low side, and Cullen in the old Milwaukee special to the low side and takes position away. So move Stephen Cullen up to the number 5 spot. So you got some surprises up in the top 10 right now, so you got some prizes running in the top 10 right now in this race here, running right here with the leaders in this race here at Rockingham. But as you watch a battle for third position going on now between Johnny Gardner and Kyle Matthews, Gardner looks low, but Matthews shuts the door on him in the STP special. Jay Jefferson's now taking over 10th position in the 64 Sunny King Ford. As the car owned by Elmo Langley driving here is who he's driving for. And Jefferson giving the car a pretty good ride right now as we're working the 34th lap of this race. William Brock is in 11th, 12th is Poteet, 13th is Hudson. 14th, or battling for 14th is the McIntyres, Matt in the 44, Levi in 17. And give a call to Travis Furness in the 75 car, the Simonized Pontiac. He started this race 41st, and he is up right now to the 15th position. So he has gained 26 positions right now. So talk about your hard Chargers award. You got to give it to that man from Pennsylvania, making his presence felt here in the series. Lance Furness, however, though, still up for grabs in the series there, obviously. But he's out there still trying to what few races remain on this series this season. Dylan Young is 16th. Cole Deaver dropped to 17th. 18th is now Bouchard. 19th is Levi McIntyre. 20th is Ryan George. The 90 car Charles Sanford again is not on the lead lap. Sanford is currently 5 laps down in 41st, so whatever problem that plagued the number 90 car about middle of the race has been cured, but unfortunately, Charles has paid the penalty for staying in the pits for that long. So, tough break for Charles too. Like I said, he was running 7th when he had the problem, and the car stopped in the middle of the racetrack as if it broke down for some inexplicable reason. But this is the front 3 cars battling for the lead right now. Jessica Shelton still out in front. Rob Evans, though, he's trying to make a move. See if he can try to make a move on Jess, going for the lead. And maybe for the win here as they go through turns 3 and 4. Evans has won in the series before, but it's been a long time since he last won in the Castrol GTX Cup Series here. And he's going up against one of the drivers who wins regularly in the series, in Jessica Shelton. Actually, I should say 2 drivers who wins regularly in this series, with Jessica Shelton and Kyle Matthews. And Evans goes to the lead, or tries to. Shelton fights back on the outside of the track as they go into turn number 3. And Evans has got the preferred grip in the 55 Copenhagen machine, and he does take the lead. So how about Rob Evans going to the top spot? But Kyle Matthews, though, is not giving up in that 43 car, as he's now trying to see if he can play a little. As Kyle tries to stalk like a panther here up on the back of Evans's machine. Down in the turn number 1. In the turn number 3, off turn number 4 here, Rob Evans completes another lap. It's 41 in the books, 18 to go. Gardner now goes up to 3rd position. Cohen to 4th. 5th is Haas. Shelton's dropped to 6th. Batson to 7th. Sykes in 8th. 9th is Jefferson. 10th is Brock. As Zachary Fitzwater's dropped back to a few positions now. Dylan Poteet and Nathan Hudson battling out is 12th and 13th on your screen. Speed's noticeably slowing down a bit right there. Joshua Osborne battling with Zach Rogers. That's 23rd and 24th. Rogers was going for the season sweep at Rockingham after winning the Goodwrench 400 earlier this season, but that appears not to be unless something happens to the other 23 cars up ahead of him. But see the rest of the field cars that are coming off turn number 2 here. Jordan Anderson leading that package 25th. Shea Dairyman's 26th. Trent Dunham's 27th. 28th is Colton Schwartz. 29th is Quentin Moore. 30th right now is Zed Weinstein. Seth Cole has made his way up a little bit through the field. He's in 31st right now, but still a long ways from where he wants to be at, obviously, in this race here. But if it stays this way, though, Seth's going to lose a lot of points coming out of Rockingham on his lead. And 2 other guys that's fallen way back here, Kev Shearer and Phil Parker. Kev down to 38th and Parker down to 39th. As we watch Rob Evans continue to lead him down here. Stephen Cullen now up to 2nd position as he has now gotten past Kyle Matthews. Haas up to 3rd, Shelton up to 4th. And those 3 cars trying to hook up with each other and trying to... The trick is to try to stay hooked up, obviously, and try to gun down the leader here if at all possible. If you make a move for position, while good racing though, you make a move for position, that's going to kill your chances of trying to catch the leader. See the interval knock down the 4500ths of a second. Evans, we mentioned, has not won in a long time in a series. And no problems with the Matt Haas car. And it's caused the yellow flag to fly here. Jay Jefferson's crash. Zach Rogers gets a piece of it. Oh my gosh. Area getting strewn all over the track there. 4 wide! Oh no! And right in the middle of all that was the points leader, Seth Cohen. He somehow escaped. But the caution was caused by a crash caused by problems with the number 8 car of Matt Haas. He was running second. He was running in third position, just ahead of Jessica Shelton. When his car suddenly lost fire going through turns 3 and 4, turns 1 and 2. Take a look at what happens. The caution flies for the second time, and Rob Evans did not want to see that yellow flag fly. His car, Haas's car, suddenly has problems on his car here. Sheldon goes to the high side, gets past him. Then Evans is going to slow down everybody else in the field. At this point, Jefferson's going to get turned by the 84 car of Fitzwater. Gardner turns the 8 car around. Now here comes the rest of everybody else. Rogers is going to get a piece of the action. He spins right in front of Jordan Anderson. Look how high Rogers got. He almost flipped the car over. Poteet slams into him. And everybody else is hard on the brakes. At this point, I was afraid this was going to end up being about a 10-car pileup for no reason. And they were 4 wide, 2 rows deep. We do not see, again, as I mentioned earlier, do not see that at all at Rockingham. How Seth Cole escaped all this with no damage, I will never know. Nobody will ever know, I mean. Boy, you talk about having an angel along for the ride. Seth Cole indeed has got one right there at this point. But I mean, sucks for everybody else, and especially for Matt Haas. He was running, like I said, in third position when his car suddenly had problems, and he's unfortunately out of the race. So 1 lap till we get the green flag here at Rockingham, as this crash has no doubt knocked out several cars out of the race here. Dylan Poteet's out, so is Fitzwater. Jefferson was having a really good run. So was Fitzwater for that fact too. You had several guys who's in hot contention for a good top 10 to 15 finish, and they got knocked out because of this whole deal. Zach Rogers, unfortunately, out. That's gonna ruin his chance for possibly staying in the top 10 in the points. And poor Matt Haas, like I said, third position is where he was running, and he's gonna end up finishing possibly dead last because there's more than 5 to go. So Charles Embers is gonna pass him. So tuck back for a lot of drivers here as they come off turn number 4. Restart here with 7 laps remaining, 52 in the books, and 7 laps remaining. Can Rob Evans hold them all up for his first victory of the season? Well, we're about to find out here. Jessica Shelton gets passed already by the 4 car of William Brock. Brock up the 3rd spot. We haven't talked about him at all today in that Jim Testa Burger King Chevy. Shelton and Matthews now hooked up as they come off turn number 4. And here comes Cullen. He's closed up on the back of Rob Evans' car. Off turn number 2 they come here. Rob Evans, we mentioned, has not won in a long time in the series. Stephen Cullen is looking for his very first win in this series in a 27 Old Milwaukee Pontiac. William Brock's not won in a long time in the series. He's looking for his first victory of the season. Margin is now dropped a little bit, 1900ths of a second. Brock on the low side, Shelton on the high side. Shelton tries to look high. Now she pulls up to the back bumper, that 4 car of Brock, trying to find a weakness out of him, but now she gets pushed up the track by Kyle Matthews in the 43. Matthews for 4th position, and he's got it through turns 1 and 2. Speed's noticeably dropping a lot here at the Rock. But this is a battle for the win here. Rob Evans versus Stephen Cullen. A couple of surprise contenders up in the top 2 spots here. And the fans at Rockingham, they would love this. They would love a surprise winner for sure. Front three cars have pulled ahead of this pack of cars here. As several cars have gotten bunched up here. James Sykes all the way up has now moved up a spot here. Furness is up ahead. And where did Matthews go to? He's on pit road! Kyle Matthews has got problems on the last few laps. So the guy who's running fourth is suddenly now got problems with his machine. And that's one of the point contenders too. Meantime, we'll be seeing the white flag this time by Rob Evans looking to hold off Stephen Cullen to the start-finish line. Cullen looks to the outside of the track. He lost a tenth of a second that last time by, but he's closing up a little bit through 1 and 2. The number 55 Copenhagen Chevrolet has 2 more turns to go. Cullen tries to close up a little bit to try to make a run in through 3 and 4. He looks to the high side, cannot quite do it. Off to number 4, the AC Delco 400 belongs to Rob Evans. He wins at Rockingham. So Rob Evans in the number 55 Copenhagen Chevrolet, averaging 119.269, wins this race here today after holding off Stephen Cullen after a late race caution. William Brock comes home in third position here. Stephen Cullen, a darn good run, finishing second here today in today's race. His second straight top 10 finish after finishing top 10 at Charlotte. Fourth position will go to James Sykes. Nathan Hudson finishes fifth. Sixth to Keith Batson. Seventh to Jessica Shelton. Travis Furness in the 75 car comes from 41st to 8th in the final running order. That 75 car was pretty darn good that whole race. That's saying the obvious. Matt McIntyre was 9th, and 10th will go to Daniel Bouchard. So we mentioned a lot of surprises here today at the Rock, and we weren't kidding on that one. So 32 races are in the books, and 2 races are left to go. That's Phoenix and Atlanta. The 2 races remaining on the schedule for season 28 before we crown a season champion in this series. Chelsea Bowles comes home in 11th. Levi McIntyre 12th. Dylan Young 13th. Laura Chung, we didn't talk about her at all today. She finishes in 14th position. Pretty good day for her. Cole Deaver was 15th. Shay Dairyman 16th. 17th we go to Zed Weinstein. Ryan George 18th. 19th Colton Schwartz. Johnny Gardner drops to 20th. Joshua Osborne 21st. Aaron Macklin 22nd. Quentin Moore 23rd. Seth Cole moved up to 24th. That's thanks largely due to that crash, obviously. But still, made up a lot of points. So made up more points than he probably could have earned in this race, I would say. But still going to have a bit of a points drop here coming out of this race here going into Phoenix. We'll still see as the points are distributed at the end of this video. Zach Winkle was 25th, Bill Parker 26th, then Mitchell Collins, Jordan Anderson, Jacob Thibodeau, and Mike Becker the top 30. Then Kev Shearer, Trent Dunham. Trent Dunham was the last car to finish on the lead lap in 32nd. Cat Batson 33rd, Jesse Turner 34th. Kyle Matthews, who was running in 4th when the problem that knocked him out of the race was a camshaft failure, which is an engine failure for all intents and purposes, obviously. And he gets relegated to 35th. He was running top. He was I think 3rd or 4th in the points coming into this race, so that's going to drop him a bunch. Charles Sandberg was 5 laps down, finishing in 36th. He was the last car to finish this race. He could not earn enough laps to pass Matthews for the spot. So cars out of the race were Dylan Pote. Other cars out of the race: Dylan Pote, Zachary Fitzwater, Jay Jefferson, Zach Rogers, and Matt Haas. But how about Rob Evans as he gets the win here today at Rockingham, North Carolina in the AC Delco 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got in our races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos. We got whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, also on his channel as well too. I guarantee he does his races a lot better. He does his races a lot better than I do. And also check out some more cool stuff on his channel as well too. Other NNSCRA series include also from Dylan Young. That's channel X8675309-808X. He does the T-Mobile Cup Series and also check out channel Thrashman899, which is Levi McIntyre channel. He's the guy who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to check out those 2 channels in those 2 series. and they will get you going perspectively. And they also got some cool stuff on their channels as well too. So that will do it here today at Rockingham, North Carolina. Here, congratulations again to Rob Evans, the winner of the AC Delco 400. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production on the NNSCRA. Off on racing at its best. We will see you at Phoenix International Raceway for the running of the Subway 500.